Welcome to The Explainer. Our whole goal here is to take powerful ideas and break them down into simple, actionable frameworks you can actually use.
Okay, so let's get right into it. Think about this for a second. Are you actually solving your problems, or does it feel more like you're just running in circles? We all face challenges, right? But it's how we approach them that makes all the difference. Today, we're going to dig into Ken Watanabe's fantastic book, Problem Solving 101, to pull out a super simple but powerful method for tackling pretty much any challenge you can think of.
But before we get to the how-to, we've got to talk about the how not to. It's so important to understand how we get stuck in the first place. So let's look at the common traps that we all fall into by meeting four characters who, well, just can't seem to get things done.
Do any of these sound familiar? First up, we have Miss Sai. You know the type. She sees a challenge and her first thought is, oh, I'll never be able to do that. She's basically paralyzed by the fear of failure. And then there's Mr. Critic. Oh, he is a master at poking holes in everyone else's ideas, but he never ever rolls up his own sleeves and takes action himself.
Next, we've got Miss Dreamer. Her head is just constantly in the clouds, full of these amazing, brilliant ideas that never actually turn into real plans. And on the total opposite end of the spectrum, you have Mr. Go-Getter. This guy jumps into action right away, which sounds great, but because he almost never stops to think, he often ends up running really hard and completely the wrong direction.
So as you can see, all these approaches are just tangled and messy. They're exhausting, they're super frustrating, and honestly, they rarely get you to the finish line. But look at that fifth path, that one straight line.
Yeah, that straight path, that belongs to our fifth character, the one who actually consistently reaches their goals.
And this is what the book calls the problem-solving kid. Now, the most important thing to get here is that this isn't some kind of special talent you're born with. Not at all. It's a proactive mindset and a practical skill that absolutely anyone can learn.
So what makes them different?
Well, for one, they've got this positive, proactive energy. They don't waste time and brain power worrying about what's already happened. Instead, they focus on what can actually be changed. They dig deep to find the real root cause of a problem, they create a super specific action plan, and, this is huge, they learn from every single outcome, whether it's a success or a failure.
So, okay, the big question is, how do they actually do it? And even more importantly, how can you start bringing this mindset into your own life?
Well, it's not really a secret weapon. It all comes down to a really simple, repeatable process. A process that's designed to turn total chaos into clarity, and those big, messy problems into small, manageable steps.
And here it is. This is the core engine of problem solving. It's a simple four-step loop. Step 1, understand the situation. Really get the lay of the land. 2, identify the root cause, not just the symptoms. 3, develop a concrete action plan. And 4, execute and modify. You just do it, and you adjust as you go. It's this beautiful combination of deep thinking and decisive action.
All right, so let's see how this simple little formula actually works in the real world. Because, let's be real, theory is one thing, but seeing it in practice, that's everything.
So let's meet the Mushroom Lovers. They're a new rock band, they're super passionate, but man, they have a huge problem. After 3 concerts, they're still playing to a tiny crowd of only like 15 people. They've got to figure out what's going on.
Okay, so they start with step 1, understand the situation and form a hypothesis. And their best guess seems pretty logical, right? It's got to be awareness. They think, I bet not many people even know about our concerts. They figure if they can just get the word out, the crowds will show up.
But here's where they act like true problem solvers. They don't just run with that guess. No, they test it. They go out and survey the entire school. And the data they get back, well, it reveals a shocking twist. Their hypothesis wasn't just a little off, it was almost completely wrong. It turns out awareness was 6 times higher than they'd imagined.
And this right here is the critical insight. Get this. Out of 150 people who knew about their concert, only 15 actually showed up. That's a tiny 10% attendance rate. So the problem wasn't awareness at all.
The root cause wasn't a lack of awareness. It was a lack of desire to go. So they dug deeper, did some interviews, and uncovered the real root causes. Turns out the concerts were at the same time as the hockey games. Nobody knew what kind of music they played or if they were any good. And for the few people who did come, the set list was exactly the same every single time. Okay, so now, armed with the true root causes, the band could finally brainstorm solutions that would actually work. They listed out everything they could possibly think of. I mean everything, from changing the concert time to getting their songs on the school radio.
But here's the thing. They couldn't do it all, so they had to prioritize. They focused only on the actions that would have the highest impact and were the easiest to actually pull off. And this is so key. You have to focus your energy where it's going to count the most.
And the result of this focused, data-driven plan? It was a massive success. I mean, their next concert wasn't just a little bit better, it was an absolute blockbuster. They went from 15 people in the audience to over 200.
So, what's the big takeaway for you from the story of the mushroom lovers? What can we learn here? It's really all about making a fundamental shift in your thinking. It's about going from being a passive victim of your problems, like a Miss Psy or a Mr. Critic, to becoming an active architect of your own solutions. It's that powerful combo of a positive, I can do this attitude and a structured logical method. And look, this isn't just for struggling rock bands or big corporations. This is a playbook for absolutely anyone who wants to make a change in their life. So, I want you to think about it. What is one problem in your life, big or small, that you can apply this 4-step method to starting today?